And we are live. Okay. Well, I highly doubt anyone's going to show up for this sort of thing. Might as well still do the intro. Hi, name's Faceless Esper, and today we're doing more Cobblemon. Episode 2. Oh joy, error noises. Should be fine. Went ahead and added on a couple more of the side piece mods to go alongside Cobblemon just to have a little bit of extra functionality. More uses for berries, that sort of thing. Because if you're going to live in a world that has magical berries, you might as well be able to make some sort of use of them for yourself. Even though some of them are worse of an option to do things with than not. Always need more wood. Hey, there we go. Okay, it's not really a Pokedex, but just building a living dex is apparently going to be the method I do there, just because I could not find a Pokedex variant for 1.20.1 for Cobblemon. There might be one, just could not actually find the thing. This honestly still feels kind of loud. My goodness. Funny, like it's better on the recording this time around, but once again, I am not known for having good luck. But I'll go in there. I mentioned yesterday that I found it weird that the Pokemon would not attack you, or at least be hostile, and so I've made it so that they can be. Anytime you see angry little clouds, that is a hostile Cobblemon that would very happily come and try to run you over, or whatever their particular skill set involves. It's still just so adorable watching them just wander around in the world. Nice simple little house to live in. Be annoyed with the obsidian that I placed unintentionally. Oh, well, screens. some experience on Skyla too. Paralyzed. Wonderful. You can do it. Yes, Marie. Electric tape. I like Fluffy. Maybe swap her out later on. Captured him already. At like 1 HP. Okay. Speed and defense. No HP, no attack, some special attack. Some special defense. Not exactly an all-rounder here. Speed for the sake of special defense is also interesting. But hey. Electric sheep. Androids dream of electric sheep, so... Asima. Feminine Asimov. Azimova? Azimova, sure. Probably not at all how that name would work if you tried to feminize it, but hey, whatever. Female electric sheep. It's gonna be a weird thing anyway. We'll actually make another axe again. Just getting some more cobblestone. Hey. That looks like... Oh, sunstone. I thought it would be firestone. But again, firestone might be nether only? Where are the Pidgey? Collect as much cobbles makes sense for the moment. And run back up to sleep because not up to fighting through the night again. I'll continue to fail that basic parkour. So apparently I just can't do that while I'm thinking about talking to someone instead of just playing the game. I don't like great of it while just playing the game even, but still. Bounce in the bed. Things I just don't need to be carrying around. Yeah, put that away. Okay. Try to capture the cobblestone with a great ball. That will surely work well for me. Somebody over here again. Are you queen material? Small Gumby hiding in the grass. Or you are not. You're also dangerously strong. I mean, you're a Combi, which you're not all strong to begin with, but you are dangerously strong for a Combi. Well, 22. Rin, maybe you can Hmm. Bad choo-choo. Hmm. So many pokies. Two seeds, one tree. That's a little rare. The highest I ever had was 4 from a yellow, which was rather surprising, as I've not been getting any for the past 8 or 9 apricorn I'd come to play with. Getting any at all is honestly a surprise half the time. Never made that X. You were also pale. And also high level. Joy. Okay. Something to give the eventual Queenie if we ever come across one. Boba. Hmm. Zumba 25 is still a little too risky for my team that all below 20. 23. Yeah, that's not that much better. This is probably going to go poorly. Yes. This is going wonderfully. Hmm. Joy. Yeah, that was probably thought out. Ferdinand the portrait. Hopefully it doesn't manage to lower my accuracy too much before I can finish this fight. Yeah. We get lucky? Do we get lucky? Ding. We can get lucky. Hmm. I know the healer seeds are uncommon. They can be found in villages, which would be great for the village that we ran through earlier actually had any. I suppose I'm gonna aim for that one up there and go looking for more. Hmm. Food, let's go for it. Will this go for it? It might. Oh no, it worked. Skyla is now level 16. Beautiful. Okay. Didn't really think it would, but still. might have poisoned the thing, depending if they make the held items useful for players, but I'd assume they would not, since that seems potentially overpowered with how some of them work. There's only so much in the way of an infinite use item that you can give to someone without it becoming immediately too powerful for use if they're allowed to actually do anything with it on a regular basis. Played enough D&D. I've not played enough D&D to experience that, but I've played enough D&D to know that, if that makes sense. And leave the call on. Gumby. Another male, my god. And now enough level this might have actually been a terrible idea to do with level with mostly dead Pidgey. Oh my goodness, 1 HP. So among the newer mods I added in were, like I said, more uses for berries, so there's some player functionality to them as well. Some of the stat slash ability slash shiny rate boosting functionality from the chaining methods of later games. So if I capture or defeat a large number of a given Pokemon species in a row, I'll start improving my chances of getting better variants of said Pokemon species up until I do something else, which is handy, but also not exactly a fast thing to do, and not necessarily something I'll ever end up doing intentionally, as opposed to just someone accidentally doing it. There's some berries, confusion cure. I probably don't need anywhere near as many as I'm collecting, but they might be useful as just converting into food for myself as an easier way to handle things than worrying about growing separate crops and whatnot. So I can't eat them directly. I can cook them, or I can convert them into little berry juice, little bottles of berry juice of various flavors, which carry over some of the aspects of whatever the berry is supposed to do normally, which most of those are fine for human consumption. Minor healing, etc. is not the most horrible thing. But some of them are a little less friendly, and I don't actually know which ones those are, and I will probably find out the hard way. I don't mind particularly, but it is amusing. Yeah. Evolutionary item. Dissonance. Okay. Stare into the smoker, dude. Sure, something will happen eventually. I don't recognize that one, and it's not flowering or fruiting, so there's no point in waiting for it. I don't really think I have a reason to get that mini-map and full map make compass a bit less relevant. Same for maps and the like. I'm sure there are reasons to get them, but I do not have them. Do not have those reasons. However you might want to phrase that. Oh, my eyeballs. Oh my goodness. That's not quite what I meant, but sure. Just break my legs instead of jumping over the gap. I've lost a creeper. That's always a good sign, isn't it? We've like some of these growing out here. I don't know if they spread or not. Just the sheer number of them around, I assume they probably do, but I don't actually know for sure. Sink, float back up again. Or just go get him underwater. Either way. Cardinal have managed to avoid drowning. That's a skeleton. I don't have the health or the stamina to deal with the skeleton. I think just get yourself with a 10 arrow. Somebody from becoming drowned by beating to death underwater. Yes. That actually worked. Okay. And I didn't even drown. That's honestly a bit more surprising. What? Oh, it's a trap. I honestly couldn't tell what that was. Just a round object laying on the ground with a stick poking out. Now that I know what it is, it's a little bit more obvious, but from a distance and behind the grass, that was really not clear. Oh, hey. No time to talk, I'm being chased by a giant spider, but hi. Oh, zombies. That's a fallen muck over there. What is that pose? And I'm being shot again. No, the muck is being shot. Wonderful. Yes, shoot the poison. It will surely not end poorly for you. Don't shoot me. Or jump on me. That's even more skeletons. Wonderful. Ah. God himself has approached us. Ow. They're always concerningly good shots. Another one. God graced our presence in the river, and now the devil has come to grace us with his presence. Oh my goodness. When we lose it still, it just looks like a block of wool someone placed on the ground. I don't even know what to think about that. And then there's things like drowsy, which are just do not really enjoy drowsy. Will not have one on my team, thank you very much. Catch one, especially once I have the PC, so I don't have to keep them in my inventory. Party, whatever. But, yeah. Collect all the apricorns. Hope that I don't die. Can't tell what those are. Citrus baby berries, hopefully. Shalom. Might be resistance if I eat them. Not really sure. Get my torch. Resists normal damage, or cuts it to half, so having that turn into a resistance potion wouldn't be entirely insane. I won't guarantee that's what it does, but of all the options, that one seems the least insane. Oh, I collected a lot of those leaks. More than I thought I did. My goodness, that actually worked. Can I sleep before it's the next day and I get attacked? Or it can't attack me. That's option 2, I suppose. And then I can just die. Wonderful. Why are you pointing your rear end at me? It's kind of disturbing. What else can I do with these things? What else can I do with these things? Not a whole lot, it seems, so I guess I'll just ignore it. It's like I can... Yeah, like, I like magenta dye. So let me do this. Magenta bed. Could ignore the stuff under where I bought the furnaces, but that's also kind of dumb, honestly. If I was never ever going to move a thing again, I might be more tempted, but don't know how much I'm going to do that. So, err on the side of caution and just make a pattern out of this. 12, another 9, another... it's 1d1. Big stretchy. Another 21 blocks to put in place there. Let's go. Look. Oh, it's a licky licky. Or no, that's a lick. Yeah, it's licky licky. Licky tongues to the young one. usually a little better about that sort of thing, but I also never really interacted with Lickitung or Licky pretty much at all. Giant tongue is not my cup of tea. And since I don't even drink tea, that's arguably worse. Yeah, maybe just focus on building up an actual mine somewhere nearby the house instead of random holes everywhere. Like, I got this deep cavern over here, might as well just keep focusing on that. This might actually open up to a deeper cave down below somewhere. Or I can break my limbs investigating it. Who knows? I certainly do not. Goodness me. You can break that with your hand? Weird. Interesting to know, but weird. Projected DI. Deep sleep makes such a squishy noise when you break it. My goodness. Let's make a sword real quick. Don't really want to deal with this without one. Make an axe too, why not? So you're stuck. That's why you stopped appearing. Thankfully, the general movement AI of the monsters and all that stuff is about as dumb as I am most of the time. Sometimes you'll have things pull off tricks that are concerningly well thought out. But most of the time it's just they get stuck behind a 1 block wide wall and you're just like, well, that could have gone poorly, but it did not, because they are too dumb. I wonder if people thought the same about me. It'd be sad, sure, but not really less surprised. And that's skill. There are surprisingly few Zubat around down here, actually. Actual bats around, sure, but Zubats no for some reason. You can see 1 on the map, 2. I suppose it's not quite as horrendous as some of the actual Pokemon caves where you will find Zubat after Zubat after Zubat and nothing else. Every 5 steps. The entire day you're down there. The entire time you're down there. Like the looks of either of these. I should probably head back up to the surface since my inventory is full. Hello. That's a Cleffa. don't actually have a fairy type on my team. That would be a fairly decent option for it. Hey! You're kind of strong. But you don't like fire. Hey, there we go. Might be too much. It was not. Catch the cliffer. Hey, we can. Oh. What was that? Ooh, that's a problem. That is a big problem. I definitely need to go up to the surface. Oh, jolted. Is there more than one? Yep. Great. Well, I guess I'm going up the surface the hard way then. Or maybe not. Nope. No way to do that even remotely fast enough. That way blocks my hotbar. Fix that. Give me some water. Not sleep in the bed after replacing it. Or even click on it. Great. And seed. Oh. Seed. Maybe if act like I don't want one? Don't give me a seed? Well, maybe it didn't give me a seed, so... Sure, why not? Bouncing up the hill, bouncing up the hill. Trying to not get eaten by all the things that live on the hill. Could have dropped down water and not done that. Do the whole MLG Pro thing, but yeah, no, I cannot time like that. I might manage to succeed at doing it once every like 5-10 tries. For some reason that particular timing does not agree with my brain. It's a problem. Why are you just standing there behind me, not attacking me? That was weird. Kind of concerned. Okay. Lay egg in my house and leave. Okay. I will accept the egg, but I will look at you like you're insane. Set up a sugarcane farm too. Let's do this on the other side. Go like infinite water. Oh, I don't have any sugar cane on me. I can eat this stuff? Should I eat this stuff? Slight bit of hunger restoration, and that seems to be about it. Okay. Don't know if it has like high saturation or high healing power. I don't think that's how the Minecraft saturation health restore thing works anyway. Let's go ahead and get some iron cooking then. Then start doing stuff with the berries. Should, yeah. It's not much better than a normal berry, but it does, I believe, 20 health instead of 10. Some moderately intense gender disparity going on with my team. And roll it, water, something. Sure, why not? Ice bag. Yes, Stella, that totally has K's instead of L's in it. Such berries do exist. Oh, yeah, also has Mega Evolution, which is very unlikely to happen for a number of reasons, namely which I have to actually track down, apparently. Geodes deep underground that will have the various powers as part of them. And I cannot imagine that happening. Like, any level of consistency or timeliness. If I was doing this on like a server of some sort with other players, someone might be able to track someone down and get things rolling. But there'd still be a limited resource without setting up like specialty shops and villager trades and so on, and I'm honestly not up for that. Either the multiplayer aspect or the long and arduous process of setting up a bunch of trades that would probably honestly devalue a lot of these items just from having them be so easily accessible. quest rewards is one thing, but making it basically just a time commitment with zero effort is... I've done that before with some stuff on some Minecraft mods, and that's just painful after not very long, because there's no progression. It's just, oh, I've spent X amount of time, therefore I win. Or at the very least, therefore I no longer have to try. Which, like, they can be rewarding at the end of a playthrough of something where you've reached a point where you only have to try, you just win your battles by default. But when that happens just through pure time management, it's just, what's the point of even playing them? I'm sure I like some idle games, which sometimes end up doing something similar, but at least those tend to have something built around the idea of you have to wait just to get forward regardless. And like active involvement may improve your timing, but it's not just, oh, you waited X amount of time, you win, or oh, you did not wait long enough time, therefore you lose. Some of them probably are, but not the ones I've found interesting enough to play for any length of time, or however much you can actually play an idle game. Lots of copper. Like this sort of thing, where you'd like go strip a cave of all its copper, make a bunch of Pokeballs of whichever variety, sell all those, and hey look, now you've got Ultra Balls for the cost of having mined copper, and that was it. I guess that's some apricorn to actually do stuff with it, but like, it doesn't feel right. It's a lot harder to do that sort of thing in the Pokemon game, so I don't know if that's just because power balancing would be weird with trying to make a full functional shop that sells items from this in a game world where there is more freedom, like in Minecraft, which I'm not exactly eligible in the concept of game design. I'm aware of it. I'm aware that I'm not good at it from what little attempts I've made at it. So, who knows, maybe I'm just missing something obvious that would make it so it would be easier to do, and eventually someone may even point that out to me, but for the most part, it's just not in my skill set. I would like it to be in my skill set, because one of the things I would actually like to do with my life is make games, or stories, or just some creative medium. But I have this stupid, I'm going to call it a brain thingy, because I'm having extra trouble thinking what it's called. It makes it so much harder to just stick with anything, even if I'm enjoying it. So, I guess it was just the sound of me mining the deep slate that sounded like a thing walking. Joy. Or it might have been like Pokemon nearby. Who knows? They look diamonds. Ow. I think it's enough for a pickaxe at least. I would love if there was one more of those so I could do a enchantment table right after, but that's apparently not in the cards. What on earth was that? It's been me creaking my chair, but that was a weird noise and very far to my left and not at my door. So, goodness knows what that was. I certainly do not. Not entirely keen on finding out even. Hmm. all the zombies to my location. Something I kind of hoped to find, it ended up not succeeding in. Was something along the lines of like a your Pokemon can fight alongside you kind of thing. Like you attack a critter and they'll use like their basic attacks on it too. I don't remember which variant of the Pokemon mods that was actually a part of, but I do remember encountering it at least once. Thought maybe I'd find something like that for this particular set, but not that I could, not that I came across. Perhaps it's just not been updated yet, or perhaps it was not specifically for Cobblemon. It might have been a Pixelmon mod, it might have been a Pokemobs mod. I don't know if Pokemobs is still, or Pokemobs is still actually running. Ooh. This is the, not Clarion, this is the Alolan Rattata. The gangster ones. I'd rather have at least a couple of my currently limited party slots be Pokemon I tend to keep in my party for long periods of time, so avoid catching it at this exact moment, just because I can't send anyone in my inventory to the box as far as I'm aware. And if I do, I will not be getting them back until I can build one. Oh, you were not stuck. It's going to laugh that you were stuck in that spot, but you were absolutely not. Bring it over here. Crunch, crunch. I really won't deal with that. Ding. More sunstones. All that glitters is gone. Only shooting stars break up my world. It's a cool place, and they say it gets colder. You're bummed up now. Wait till you get older, but the medium man beg the differ. Judging by the hole in the satellite picture. Some good resources head back up, which I think I can still do successfully. Is it above me? Might be. I don't hear any water. It looks like I should be hearing water. About to break my pickaxe. Guess that was below me. There's more of it up here, but the one I'm looking at is apparently below me. I like how it's called tough and it's even easier to mine than the deep slate and such. Because but we're guessing, I would not assume that at all. Gonna make that pickaxe real quick then. Leave the rest for later or ditch something. Single egg, whatever. How far off from this thing am I? It's like, oh yeah, there's a mine shaft right in your area, but you know, we're not going to show you where it is exactly. Or make it obvious as you're approaching it. There we go, that took longer than I would have expected. Don't care about that. Don't care about that. We got stacks worth of wood, and I might as well just keep that much at least. Anything of interest down here? Little lichens, spider webs, Zubat. Zombie somewhere. My goodness, it's a chaotic mess down here. Yeah, more diamond. Just one, apparently, but still. Diamond is diamond. Definitely have to good work on getting obsidian to make an enchantment table, even. Also remove that piece of misplaced obsidian from my wall that I still need to go collect glass for. Ooh. Hello. As far as steel types go, you're not actually that bad, though I already have an electric type, so I'm a little less keen on putting you in my currently stuck party. What do I need for a PC? Doable. Gonna get lucky. I don't mind wasting a couple of these to see what happens. Oh, well there you go. That should be good. I'll leave that there just in case. Hello, was that flowing earlier and I missed it, or did it not come over here? How rude. That was... okay. Sure. So much copper, oh my goodness. I can't do that. Oh my goodness. Okay, we need to make another chest real quick. Leave all of us. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 16 seconds or so. Hello, zombie. Play like you'll die before you can get over here. You will not. Hello? Hey, that worked. Oh my goodness, and that is a little bit too strong for poor little Asimova. So that Skylar to do something. Immediately get poisoned. That's apparently what she'll do. Yes. Just again. Oh my goodness. Me without any pitcher to fix that. Yeah, this is probably not great. Count that, I guess. Stick that in there. Goodness me. Hi, why are you going into my house? Oh, wonderful. 1, 3, 4. No, this sand. Sand to the southwest. I need a lot of sand. Like, if I could do so in any reasonable fashion, I would be tempted to set up a sand duper. But I cannot, and therefore I will not. Some of the glitchy, not actually intended functionality of Minecraft, and Pokemon for that matter, they're just ridiculous to catch a glimpse of. Sometimes even kind of concerning to watch. Sometimes you're like, oh, I'm going to go through this glitch, and you're like, sure, what does that mean? And you watch as they just like perform effectively ritualistic dancing and change the code of their game, and you're just like, oh, that's what you meant. I was not expecting something remotely close to that. How did that help you? Oh, it changed like this code here. It's like, you danced. That should not have done anything to the computer. But sometimes software is just spirit magic, apparently. Considering some of the ways I've seen people handle coding when I've done the very limited amount of actual coding that I've done, I would call a lot of it black magic anyway, so make of that what you will. Script. I see Magikarp in Minecraft, and all I can think of is the Pixelmon mod where you can light your Magikarp on fire, I believe primarily using lava, and then when you bring it back, it'll just, or if you evolve it while it's still on fire, it evolves into Zombie Gyarados, which is just utterly horrifying. Kind of cool looking in a morbid sort of way, but mostly just concerning the, oh, I cooked my Magikarp to death while it was evolving, and now I've got a zombie for a Pokemon, and people are like, yeah, let's just go do that. Let's go make the perfect zombie Gyarados, and it's just, to me, maybe not just torture the things pointlessly. I know it's even less of a critter being a knockoff critter put into a game. It's like there's nothing morally positive or negative in regards to just like doing crazy horrifying things to just code in general, but it still feels weird and just kind of rude in general to be a complete monster to things that are entirely under your control. Like being a dictator and just throwing your people into the sewers and watching them drown kind of thing. It's just there's no positive side to that. It's just pure disturbing malice, and it's I don't know. I'm certainly not going to like tell people off for doing it, but I'm going to say that ever since I had that minor revelation, like, hey, this is actually kind of really, really disturbing. I just don't feel comfortable doing it. Someone else does, that's one thing, but I'm going to try to avoid it as much as I can. I don't know. I'm certainly no vegan teacher with all of her excessive number of issues. But, like, I still hold by the idea of just not being a dick just to be a dick. Because, like, sure, it probably won't mean anything in the end. Like, regardless of what you believe in regards to the afterlife and so on and so forth. But, like, if it's not of some benefit, if it's not of some requirement, why do it? Maybe this is all just a very dumb rant while I'm not thinking actively about what I'm actually talking about beyond just the kind of need to fill air. But, just find the thing disturbing. I feel like that needs to be said. I'm sure someone at some point in time will tell me off for assuming horrible things about them just because they, you know, treat code poorly, and it's just, I don't mean to call you an asshole or anything, just like, why be mean if you don't really have to? You play the game how you want, like do whatever you will, it doesn't really matter, it's just kind of a dumb thought on my end, just I feel weird about the idea of just being that excessively rude, or in that particular case, cruel for cosmetic reasons. It's like the horror that is just other such beauty shows. I have no idea what just died. This entire rant has been kind of disturbing. I'm going to focus on like anything else now, actually. Actually, you can think of it, it's been just over an hour. I think I'm actually going to just stop here. Finish mining out this portal that doesn't seem to have a chest around it. I think. Oh, wait, no, there it is. Fortune X. Cool. That would be kind of interesting, actually, would be if on occasion soul sand would spawn around these ruined portals. I feel like it's probably not done intentionally so that people don't get to have access to both the rise and fall bubble columns just from just on the surface world, but at the same time it's like it looks like the nether is leaking into this spot, so like why never soul sand? Like maybe it only spawns in deserts or something. That wouldn't be that weird, I don't think. Chunk of crying obsidian too up there. I think that's only good for the respawn anchors? Might have another use. Might have another use just because this is modded. Although I don't remember encountering anything that would involve it. Find out here in a sec, rather than just guesstimate. Yes, who was cutting onions? Yeah, just for a respawn anchor, which... yeah. A useful tool. Also, really situational. I forget if they work in the end. I know they work in the nether, that's their intended purpose, but I forget if they work in the end. I'm sure they would not work with an ender dragon attempting to fly through them because block destruction and all that. But it is a curious thought that I'm not going to bother looking up at the moment. I'm just going to be curious about and either find out later on my own or find out later in this playthrough. Regardless... oh, just need more sand. I guess I'll go and cut it off here since it's been an hour. Yeah, this has been Faceless Esper, just more casual Minecrafting. Have a good day, everybody.